Alright guys, there it is. New turbo. And it is a new turbo, not a reman, because there was no remans available. So you can see a little bit of oil there from where they had to disconnect the line and change it and stuff, but it's all put back together. Getting to be about due for some new boots. I'll probably put new boots on it here in the near future, but when these blow, it'll do the same thing as it did with the turbo. So I'll probably get a lot of people who will say something about that, it possibly being the boots. I checked the boots. I didn't record none of that on the side of the road, but I actually pulled the intake off to check, because it had no boost whatsoever. Usually if you blow a boot, unless it blows completely apart, you'll have some boost, at least a little bit. I had none whatsoever. So I actually checked the impeller shaft, see if it was still in there and everything. And it did have play in it. That camera's dirty. Alright. It did have play in it, so I got it on into Peterbilt. But yeah, it ended up being a C's turbo. So that was when they took it apart. I think what the deal was the impeller was laying against the wall at that point. So and I know you hear the APU running, but I turned it on. It'll shut off here before long, but I turned it on just to make sure the batteries stay charged while I'm on vacation, because we put new batteries in it while it was in Wisconsin. So because I run the other ones dead so many times, they weren't holding the charge very well anymore. So it is what it is. Yeah, so there you have it. New turbo. Also they put, to make sure it stayed under warranty, they put new air cleaners in it. And for some reason, my radiator cap was missing. So we put a new radiator cap on it. It was $8.80, if you can believe such a thing. I couldn't believe that there was a Peterbilt part that was under $100, because if you know Peterbilt, they're a lot like Harley Davidson. HD stands for $100. So anyway, all that being said, we'll be back to work here sometime next week. The mirrors, that one over there, was supposed to have came in. They got an invoice for it. It didn't came in. I checked on it while I was up there. So they ordered another one. So it should be in by the time I get back from vacation. So it'll be getting put on and getting both of them put on, as a matter of fact. And we'll be getting back to work. But yeah. All right, well, I got you here. I figured I'd do a walk around here real quick, show you the stuff we did with the Bodywork. I shut the APU off, so the cooling fan's running. But as I said, the mirrors, that one's been in for a while. This one here, I'm still waiting on it to come in. So there you have that. But we put new fenders on it, put all new hood sides on it. Somebody apparently at Peterbilt had there goes that fan finally. Put new hood sides on it. We got new supports, so they actually don't bow in down here anymore. So the fenders are actually straight. They don't come up on the edge. I've had a bunch of people ask about that. I did away with the blinker bars. Went back to what some people call a Peterbilt step. I think they call it, officially they call it a fender brace. And I put my running lights / turn signals down here in the bumper, mainly because that makes them easy to change. I might at some point go back to, or go ahead and put a 1-inch light like those ones back there. Put one in the end like I had to do after the blinker bars broke, and I might put 1 or 2 in the front. I haven't really decided yet, but all new grill shell, and of course we kept the 56 Bel Air hood ornament, new bumper, and as you can see, all new fenders there. Put new mud flaps on it. I haven't ordered a new horn yet. I just really haven't thought of it, to be honest. But did have to paint the air cleaner cap on this side because it was gouged pretty good right here. I replaced all these lights. That wasn't part of the damage, but replaced all of them. I went to a truck's light, which is an actual 3-wire light. Come to find out, I bought some lights because I actually ran out of the truck's lights. The United Pacific lights are two wires split into 3 wires with the circuit boards in them. If you watch some of my other videos, I talk about getting backfeed through the turn signals. That was why. It was from the circuit board shorting out and backfeeding because I had those wired as turn signals. They're not currently wired as turn signals now. We wired them to the high side so they're super bright. Here, in fact, I'll turn them on. For those, you got to turn the key on. You're going to hear the pump running, but they're on. And may as well just turn all the lights on. This is a little bit hard to see during the day, but as you can see, the whole light bar lights up, but only these 3 right here light up bright at night. And I actually kind of like it like that. It gives it a very neat look. During the day, I'm not really so sure of it, to be honest. They bulk out there a little bit further than I would like, but as of right now, I mean, obviously we had to drill holes to mount them, so they're staying for right now. I do like the way they look at night. They look really good at night. They ended up painting my cabin sleeper panels because we fixed all that peel and paint. I had a couple chips in the visors. They repainted it. We fixed all this paint that was peeling right here, which I'm due for some new stickers. I got some new stickers to put up here, but fixed all this right here and fixed all this that was peeling back here. So all of that from the rivet line, oop, I almost tripped and fell right there. Everything from the rivet line down is fresh paint. So as you can see, I haven't had a chance to pull the interior and fix those lights. So that's on my agenda to do before I go back to work. And we put new back fenders on it. These are WTI fenders with the built-in lights. As you can see, I put a new center panel. I think I mentioned it when I picked it up, but those are clear lights down here. It's the only reason the lenses are clear, because I have gotten away from clear lenses. I'm going to put some mud flaps on these, probably white ones. Might put some Peterbilt black ones on it, but I'm probably going to put white ones on it, and they'll come down to right level with that bar. But I also have a hitch that will bolt to this thing. So a normal, if you want to call it normal, it's a 2.5 inch shank hitch, like a 3/4, like my 3/4 ton pickup has, but it will bolt to the frame rails, and then the hitch will come out there so that I can pull the car trailer with it when I have to drop it off at the shop. So these lights were actually just some lights that DB had laying around out there, but I really like them. The centers flash. I'm not going to walk clear up there now, but the centers are the turn signals, and then it has these round lights for running lights. So that's the deal with that. These wheels, I got my good polish wheels up in the garage. They're going to have to get changed out. Probably some other time. I doubt it'll be this time I'm home, because I got vacation coming up, going to South Carolina, and then we'll be going back to work. So now they didn't touch this cowl because it wasn't really part of the job. I just dropped all my papers out of my back pocket. Receipts that need to go up to the house. They didn't touch the cowl because it wasn't part of the job. So, and as you can see, this top panel's cracked right here. But again, not part of the job. I do not want to put out the funds to do that kind of stuff right now. I'm going to be honest with you. So, it didn't get done. It doesn't work like, I'm not a millionaire. And it's the same way with the frame back there. Everybody always asks about the frame and if why I don't get the frame painted. I'll tell you why I don't get the frame painted, because that's a very large job, fairly large job anyway. And to do it right is a pretty large job, because that frame is in bad shape. If you look at the inside, the inside's, you know, got a lot of surface rust and stuff on it too. So it's just not in the scheduling nor in the budget. Most of this is collision repair, so it's the stuff that needed repaired and or was part of it, and you know, or was close to being part of it, and then you get into part of it, you know, or get into it, like the paint and the amount of paint that we had to do and stuff. So anyway, he did a real good job painting it, buffing it. As you can see, it's got a pretty deep shine because it's dirty right now. You can tell by looking at it, it's dirty. It's a working truck, y'all. I mean, I love it. I love the way it looks, but it's a working truck. It has to stay working. So just so happens the way the timing went with everything, with my dad passing away and then them being ready for it, because we were waiting on parts. We thought, believe it or not, the bumper was going to be the big issue, which they found one, and the one that they had, the recessed plate one, they had to use on another truck before I got there, so I didn't get that. Maybe another time. But yeah, anyway, there she is. She's ready to go back to work now. So when I get back from vacation, I'm going to do some spring cleaning. Got a couple projects I want to do on it, including the lights on the back of the cab, mud flap on the back, and then the radio and stuff. So yeah, still got a bunch of work to do to it before I go back to work. But and the mirrors, gotta do the mirrors too. But anyway, keep a shiny side up, safe travels. See you in the next one.